be able to guess.
Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It's great to see our confidence coach, Lyra Springer.
Good to see you guys, too. We're laughing because I make them guess of what we're going to talk about by the picture.
And I was like, I don't know what we're talking about today. I see people with phones and friends.
Yes, we're seeing students.
Oh.
Students, because it's back to school time, right? In the
Yes,
next
it
couple
is.
of weeks, everybody's going to be going back to school. We're all getting kids ready to go back to school. So we're talking confidence of going back to school.
The first day's hard.
It is. It is. And just school in general is hard. And I think that some good things that we can do is try to equip our children to be confident in who they are before they get to that school building. Because once they get to school, they've got lots of other influences trying to tell them who to be, what they should look like, what they should be doing, you know, who they should be following. And so what are some tips? How can we make our kids confident and feel secure and good walking through those school doors?
I wish I had you when I was back in school.
Yeah.
I needed those tips.
Me
I dreaded
too.
the first
Didn't we
day.
all?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Kids can be brutal. And you're picking yourself apart all day, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think kids think everyone's looking at them when they're probably
not. They're all worried about themselves. They really are.
Exactly. But it's hard to tell a teen that, especially in middle school, high school age. It's really, really difficult. But really, I think that having a strong family base at home can help that a lot. Just having that talking time in the morning, or if the morning is too busy, I know a lot of times when people are headed to work, that's hard. But even having that end of the day mealtime together, you know, that it's a struggle, and you have to make that a priority too. But I think that can help a lot. Just having that structured time to sit down and talk with your kids, let them know who they are, what your family believes in, that they are part of your family. So that when they go and we know here's what our core values are of my family. That's a starting point to know who they are. So they're not looking for outside sources to tell them, who am I? What am I doing? What should I believe? You know,
Right,
and you know, all kids, as they grow, they're going to figure those things out themselves to some degree, but it helps to have a strong starting point, a strong place where they can come home and have conversations then when they have questions, you know, they can feel safe to ask their family about it, and just starting it from the very, very beginning.
And you're saying just having a dialogue.
Yes, just
That's
the
the
dialogue.
thing, just the dialogue.
Right.
Whatever it is, open lines of communication and feeling comfortable to talk with each other as a family.
Yes, yes. That is huge. It's huge when you think about, you know, if kids don't have a safe person to bounce ideas off of, where are they going to look to get answers? I mean, that is just a huge thing in making them feel secure.
Right.
Going in.
That's a good first one.
Right away.
Yeah, as a
First
teenager, I wasn't necessarily rebellious or anything, but, you know, whenever people would ask you, you know, how was your day or whatever, it was just kind of like, okay. And I think having that structure would open your kids up more. So if you don't just want one-word answers,
Right.
Right.
like I would give.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I could see you doing that, Kaylee.
Shame on
Fine,
you.
leave me alone.
Yeah, it's so true. Sometimes you're still going to get that, but at least when the important stuff comes up, they're going to come back to you and be asking that. And one other little thing is just spend a lot of time encouraging your children to let them know that they were designed for a purpose on this earth. They were designed for a purpose, and that they were created the way that they were supposed to be, uniquely and beautiful. And you know, kids might get tired of if you say that all the time. Whatever, it's my mom. My mom's like, oh, you're beautiful, you're special. Best is you're my mom.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
You're supposed to say that. But honestly, keep saying it. Keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it.
It reinforces it.
It really does. It ingrains that in them so that they know, and just repeating that, having dialogues and repeating that can do wonders, honestly. Talking, imagine that. Just talking to each other. In a culture where we don't talk a lot anymore, everyone's on a device, you know. So just have that conversation. And then the other part of it, I have kind of an exciting announcement. You guys know I have a charity confidence club.
Yes.
And so this deals with the other aspect of confidence in school. Teens and young adults, 80% of them deal with acne. It's a big, big
Huge
issue.
deal. Huge.
So Confidence Club is my charity that gets clinical acne treatment to teens in need that could not afford to go to a dermatologist and get prescriptions and things like that. But we have just recently partnered with an upcoming event for Ambassadors for Children who get we can get teens that are in the foster care system
Wow.
this treatment.
That is awesome.
I'm very, very excited about that. I wanted to share that announcement with you guys. It's exciting because it gets it to people that wouldn't necessarily be able to get it and let them know that they are worthy of getting top-of-the-line stuff, changing the trajectory of their future. And any teens at all. I mean, we want to teach our kids that what's inside is the most important.
Yeah.
We really do. But at the same time, when you're at school and teens that are dealing with debilitating acne, it can change how
It's
they
so
feel.
true.
Their
When you
whole
speak about
self-confidence.
confidence, I can tell you the acne, it's a huge deal. I mean, you're beautiful on the inside, but especially in high school, if you have that issue and you're not confident, that totally changes your outlook on life sometimes because you feel so insecure.
Yeah, and school is starting up, and I want to tell parents and grandparents, if you have a teen that's in need of that, it is not too late. It's not too late. All of my clients, 87% can see an improvement in 1 day. 1 day.
Awesome.
100% can see an improvement in 1 week. So it's not too late to get
Yes.
things cleared up before school starts.
Thank you so much, Lyra. Find her on Facebook, the Skin Confidence Coach. Thank you so much, Lyra. We feel confident now. Coming up a bit later, we're dishing it with Raven Custer. Has a
That
good ring
doesn't roll
to
off
it.
the
It
tongue.
doesn't really.
Yeah.
We'll be back. Not as well. Maybe we'll change the name.
Yeah,
Haley.
we'll have to change it to something completely
Okay.